Okay, can you hear me now? I'm not sure how clear it is. It's 5:30 a.m. over there. Where are you? I'm curious. If it's 5:30, I'm guessing somewhere in, honestly, I don't know. I think the US, maybe somewhere that side. My mic seems to be having some sort of issue here. Not sure what's going on. 1 second. Seems to work. Okay, I hope you can hear me. So in today's workshop, we are going to be creating a landscape painting using acrylics. And this landscape painting is going to be done in a slightly intermediate to advanced, perhaps you could say, instead of that level. So let's begin. One second. All right. So over here, I will start off by drawing the horizon. So the horizon is the line where the sky and the water meets. Okay, so I'll draw this very lightly here, and then from this side I'll go, so if this is the center, I'll go slightly ahead of the center, just a little bit. Okay, and now from here, okay, I'm audible. I'll take this like that. I'm just going to very roughly draw out these trees that are there. I'll just keep it like that for my reference. Okay, and then this side we can have the same trees come down. Here we'll have some reflections at the bottom. And then here we have some stones as well. I think this I can take it a little higher. So for those of you who are new, can you guess what this is supposed to be? It is an eraser. Just like that. And then we can have some stones here. Just like that. And on the horizon we can have some small hills in the background like this. Okay, now we can start with the painting. So I'll put my pencil back. Let me get my setup ready, and we are good to go. Okay, now that we've done this, we'll start with painting the sky. So I have my palette here, a very questionable looking palette. Okay, and I will take some blue color. Put my blue here. I'll put some blue there, and then I will take my white I will pour my white in here. Just like this. And then we have some red color, which we can, let me check if I can use this. No, I think we can remove this. So if there's, so this is how your paint is supposed to be once it dries out. It's supposed to solidify like this. That's how you know you have some good quality paints. Just like that, you can just peel it all out. There you go. Don't worry about that. I have a trash can right there. Okay, so I can take some red color and pour the red in here. Okay, and then I'll take some yellow color also. I'll just prepare my colors and keep them ready so I don't have to, come back and try to put the colors every now and then. Isn't that can disturb your flow of painting? Always make sure you close your bottles nice and tightly. Okay, so now that we have this ready, we can start with a painting. Okay, so I will start off by taking some blue and applying it to the very top. This. I'll take a little bit of blue, maybe a little less because blue is quite strong. Then I'll take a big chunk of white. I don't want too much water in this. Okay, so if you look at this, you can see through the paper. It looks kind of like watercolors. Now we don't want this exactly to happen, so I'll just take a bit of blue and a bit of white, mix it again until it is thick. We take a bit more white, mix it in, a little bit of blue. Now don't get me wrong, you can use your acrylic paints like this, but right now I don't want to do that. Just like this, and then I can remove some of this paint from my brush and then just go downwards like that. I'll clean my brush. I have a cloth over here in case you're wondering. And then I can take some yellow color. So I'll take this here, a little bit of yellow, maybe a little bit more, like this. Yeah, that seems good enough. We'll cover this entirely, and don't worry too much about your drawing. That is only as a point of reference. And so now I took some blue again. I'm just mixing it upwards so that we get a nice blend that way. I'll take this white color again, and then blend it through. And now we have this lovely blend of colors. Just like that. And the same color, just prepare it again. I'll take some white, not too much yellow, a little bit of yellow, maybe a little bit more. Then I'll apply this down here. Just like that. Now this is going to be the water, so the sky is reflecting off of this. You can take a bit of this also and apply it to the top. Oh, look at that. Look at how lovely that looks. It looks so smooth, so realistic already. Okay. Let me just move my table a bit. Okay. And now what I will do is I will take some of this blue color that I initially used. No, that is too far high. I'll just apply this down here. Come back to this color. Apply it down like this. Take some white. Take some yellow. A little bit more white. And then just start blending these two in between. Like that. It's looking really good. Clean my brush, take a bit of this yellow and pull it downwards. Now look at that. You're already getting this nice sky and water reflection colors down. Okay, so before I do that, I'll just empty my glass so that I don't have any brushes restricting or blocking me from cleaning my other brushes. Yeah, just like this. Now I'll come back. I'll remove a bit of water from here. Take some blue. A little bit darker. And this we can keep as the darkest color. Like that. I'll add a bit more white. Remove a bit of this excess paint that is in my brush. Then start blending this upwards. Like this. Then I'll remove this again. And just keep going back and forth until it is blended. Now one thing to remember is that your paint needs to be wet for it to be blended like this. Otherwise it won't really work out with this, soft, smooth gradients. Okay. Now I don't need such a big brush anymore. I can move on to the slightly smaller ones. I'll add a bit of white also into this, because I don't want it too dark also. I want it to be very subtle, very soft. So I can add some like this over here. I'll put this here, put a little bit of this color also. So now look at how I try to blend this. And I'll take some more yellow, some more white, and I will merge it with this, and then the same color I will take it upwards, just like that. A little bit this side, because why not? Then I can add some of it towards the bottom also, with that. And I'm not taking any extra paint. I want this paint to look, sort of faded. And I can clean my brush and dry it out. And while this paint is still wet, I can just soften this also. Clean my brush again, spread this out like this. Yeah, there you go. So then I can come back and add another layer on top, so that we can just get a little bit more saturation inside. Saturation is basically how strong the color is, or how vibrant the color is. You can think of it that way. Okay, and then I'll take a bit of this yellow also and apply it there, just like that. Clean my brush. Take a bit of red color, take a bit of yellow also. Like this. So I've taken this color here, but now I will clean my brush from the paint, maybe a little more, and then I can start adding this cloud-like shape over here. Yeah, so you see how subtle it is, how soft, how it is sort of merging with the sky as well. Here. I'll add some color this side also. Yeah, just like that. And I'll take a bit of yellow, mix it here, take a bit of white, and then I can add these subtle highlights to the clouds, like this over here. A little bit this side. like that. Okay, now that we have this part done, I won't work any more on it for now. I'll go on to the next part. Now I can start with the trees. So for the trees, I will take some green color. Just like that. So I will take some green, I will put it over here. Alright, but now if I want to darken green, I will add a bit of red. Now let's see what happens once you mix this red into this green. See how much darker it's gotten? Now that's become a little too dark. So let's go back and add a little bit more green. There you go, like this. And now I can start adding this part down here. I'll cover this part also. I'll add a bit there. Some thin trees over here also. And then here I'll add a thin line there. And in this side I will mix some blue into this color and paint the reflection, which comes right about there. This over here, this tree will come a little bit down like that. And then this one here. So this is going to be the first layer of the reflection. And then I can take some lighter color here. So you see I'm using colors that I already have. Just like that. And then I can slowly start to blend in these colors and start lightening them up. Clean my brush, remove this water, take a little bit of blue, a lot more white, maybe a dot of yellow. And then randomly in the middle, I will just add this color here. Maybe that is a bit too much, so I can clean my brush. Oh, look at that. It's already looking like it's a reflection. Select this. And then the same thing I will add here in some very small amounts. Then I can lighten it up just a little bit more. Then we can push this also towards the side. There you go. Then a little bit on the shore. Oh, look at that. That looks so good already. Yeah. Alright, so this also we can extend a little bit this side, not too much. We need some shadow as well. We can't just make everything light, or we can't just make everything dark. There needs to be a little bit of a middle ground, you could say. I can take this darker color and just in certain places I can add a bit of this darker tone in. Okay, we have that part done. Now I will take some brown color. Now actually, you know what, I'll finish the trees. So for the trees also, I'll mix in a bit of green here, a little bit of red, not too much. Let me check. Okay, we'll add a bit of white into this. I'll start off by checking whether this is okay. I'll have to take a bit more. This must be visible. Yeah, okay. Okay, you know what? We can try something very different. Okay, so I have I'll make a lot of this paint first. Let me just take this green, take a bit of white, add a little bit of red in it to desaturate the color, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, that seems good enough. Let me apply it here. Okay. So now what I'll do is all this color, I'll leave it thick. I'm not going to add much water to it. Now I have this cloth here, which is my paint rag, and it doesn't really absorb water that well. So if you have a sponge also, you can try. So this tip, I'm just going to touch it in here, and then I'm going to start tapping it down. So over here also I'll take a bit more. There, you see how it's already starting to look brighter? My camera, oh okay. There you go, now you should be able to see. Okay, so I'll take a bit of white, and hello Reshmi. Welcome back. I'll mix this color here. I made it a little lighter now. And I will take the same cloth with the same side and then start applying a bit of this texture like this over here. Like that. And then you can see how we have different shades and tones of green. But just be sure that you don't overdo it. We don't want it to be too much also. We don't want it to be too less also. Just the adequate amount. Okay, like this. And then I will take my brown color. And in this brown, I'll take a little bit of this brown, put it here. I will add a little bit of green in it to sort of darken it a bit. Add a bit of green, take a bit more brown, and add a little bit of blue also. And now this brown has turned much darker. So over here, I can start adding this portion of the drawing. I think what I'll do first is I'll just give it an outline like this. Just like that, a little bit through the middle. That should be good enough. This part I'll leave it a bit lighter. Well, I think that's a little too late, but that's okay. Okay, now we have that part there. Now I can start painting the rocks. So again, I will take my brown color. I'll mix it in this. So I'll start with a middle tone. I'll take a lot more. Add a bit of water to this. Okay. So that should be good enough. So I'm starting off with this middle dark sort of color. Thank you, Reshmi. I'm glad you're enjoying this workshop. You should try making some paintings as well. Because not only do I show, I even explain how to make these paintings. Over here also I will add a little bit. And I'll keep it a little bit random, when it comes to the shape. Like that. I'll take a bit more paint. Over here I can add this side. Over there, over here also, and then finally in this area as well. That looks good. Okay, now I can start lightening it up. So I'll take a bit of, should I take white? You know what? Let's mix this in a little bit. Let me try a little bit of yellow in this instead. So I can mix a bit of yellow in this brown. And I will still get a slightly lighter tone. Okay, this feels a bit neutral. Let me see. So this is what experimentation is. So you try to see what colors look good, what colors don't. So this belly is making a dent in this color. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. So I will add white color to this. But if you see, this seems very chalky. So I'll add brown color to get that warm tone back. There you go, that looks so much better. I will add this here. So I'm keeping the brush entirely flat down and I'm just tapping it like this. That a little bit this side. So I'm not putting it everywhere, only in certain parts of the rock. Like this. And then over here also. I think this color I can add a little bit there. No, I think that just makes it darker. Okay, now I will take some more white, mix it in only one side, add a bit of brown because I want it to look like a very light brown, and then I can add this back onto it. So you see I'm going from dark to medium to light. We wouldn't call it medium, but middle color, middle tone. This a bit here, a bit this side, a tiny bit there since we have the sunset directly facing this. So what do you think about it? How do you think it's turning out so far? Yeah. Now 1 second. Oopsie. Are you enjoying doing this? Is it difficult? I am very much enjoying doing this, because when I see, a lot of people comment and ask questions and interact, it gets quite enjoyable. Like even last night's stream, or yesterday evening, the last stream that I had at 5:30, there were quite a lot of people, and that was very, very much enjoyable. And whether it gets tiring, no, not really. The only thing I need is some water so that my throat doesn't go dry, which is why I closed my camera and muted myself also, so it doesn't disturb the stream. But otherwise, no, it's very fun, it's very enjoyable. And plus, the more interactions I get, the more fun it gets as well. Not only for me, but for you all as well. I think I said as well too many times. But yeah, thank you for being quite considerate about me. Okay, now here I'll just clean my brush since I have a lot of paint on it. I will take a bit of white, just a dot of brown, and then I can start adding these highlights here. A few dots there so we can get this. And yeah, now we can add some. I thoroughly enjoy your streams. I'm glad you do enjoy, and I would like to see you, join the other streams as well, if at all it is possible for you. Thank you for, joining these streams, and I hope you enjoyed the way I enjoyed as well. So I'll take some blue, add a little bit of white because I don't want it too dark, maybe a little bit more. Oh, okay, no problem. Take care, bye bye. I will see you again in the other live. Thank you for joining. And hello, Neha. How are you doing today? So over here, I'm just adding some darker color to add some nice contrast to this water. Now once I added this darker color, I will lighten this color up a little bit and blend it in with this. I should have done this earlier, but I wasn't sure as to how dark or how light I should leave it. See, now I added this here. I'll take more white color, mix it in this, then blend it downwards. So I'll start from the darker color only first, and then I will go upwards to the lighter ones, like this. Thank you. I'm glad you are liking the result that I give. Now, I know that the timing is a little bit off for you, but thank you for taking time off, trying to make time to join these streams. I know it can be a bit difficult to manage not just your work, but try to join the live in between as well. So I really appreciate it. Oh, look at that. That looks so good. I didn't even realize it looked that good because I got tunnel vision. I'm just trying to paint. So now over here with this color, I will start adding these wave-like lines. And try to keep it random so you can overlap it also like this. Look at that. Now it looks like from here it is starting to spread, and you can see the ripples. With the side. Now see, I'm doing it in a very random manner, but I'm making sure all the lines are horizontal. And the closer we get to the horizon, the more distance I'll keep between the ripples. So if you look at this, they're very tight. Over here you can see a bit more gap. Now over here, I will reduce the size and just take it further away. So that part shouldn't be so dark. So I will take a bit of white. Let me check. Maybe I can add some yellow in this to match the color. Or I can just clean my brush, and with whatever paint I have I have in my brush, I can just use that to draw the waves. Wait, these are waves. Why am I calling them ripples? Which shade of blue is this? This one is phthalo blue. Sorry, Prussian blue. Not phthalo blue. Prussian blue. So this is the color that I'm using. I'm assuming you can already make out the brand. I can't show it on stream, but you can at least know what it is. So I'm using Prussian blue over here. But if you have ultramarine blue, you can use that as well. You don't need to use this shade of color specifically. Ultramarine blue works very well also, because ultramarine I think is more common in the sets of paint that you get. Okay, now I will do some final touches. I will take this yellow, maybe add a bit more yellow and mix it with red to get this orange color. Clean my brush a little bit. This is not orangey enough. Oh, okay, it is. So over here, just take it, put it across like that. So now if you see, it is still a little strong, right? So what I will do is, when I start going outwards, I'll clean my brush. Then I will take this paint that is on the paper and let it blend into the background like that. Just like this. What else can we add? Let's see. Yeah. So in case you're wondering, I'm not looking at the reference, I'm looking at this painting from another perspective. Because what happens right now is when you paint, right, you are so focused on it, your eyes get used to the painting and you cannot see it from a different perspective. So what I'm doing right now is I'm looking at the painting through the camera, which is basically what you can see, so I can get a better understanding of what colors to use. Nice brush. I need to get some new brushes. Thank you. It's actually a pretty cool color. But yeah, getting back to what I was saying. Or what was I saying? Yeah, I'm looking at the camera so that I can understand in a much better way what colors to use, how to make it more brighter, how to make the colors more stronger, like that. So I think I'll add a bit of red here, and in between I can add this. Now see, now there isn't much color on my brush, but it is still a little strong here, so I'll clean my brush after putting this down and then just spread this paint like that. Add it a little this side, a little bit there. Oh, that is not supposed to be like that. Okay, yeah. And now for the final touch, I will take a small flat brush like this. I will take white. Maybe I'll take a little bit more white and a tiny dot of yellow. Like you can't even see the yellow, but I'll take a tiny dot, mix it in, and then draw the sun here like that. Maybe I'll take a different brush. Add a bit of white color. Give it a relatively solid look. And there you go. Our landscape is done and ready. So let me show it to you with the front camera as well. That looks so good. That looks so much better than what I was showing you earlier. So yeah, this is what we have made. I really struggle finding the right angle, for this. I think this looks good enough. Yeah, but this is our final creation. So let me know what you think about this, and let me know in the comments. And for those of you who missed the workshop, the video will remain on YouTube. So if you want to see this video once again, or if you want to see the other videos that I have done, you can go to the live section in our profile on YouTube, and all of the live sessions that I've done will be visible there for you to come back and watch it anytime. So once I'm done with the stream, if you want to watch, you can go back and watch it again. If you want to come back later, anytime you like, basically. So thank you so much for joining me. This is once again what we have created, and I hope you enjoyed this live session. So take care, and I will see you all again at 3:30. Bye-bye.